is a war that's about to happen on Lake Austin, and Tricia's got the details for you in just a second. It's 98.1 KVET. You can grab the podcast version of the show on the iHeartRadio app. Search JB and Sandy. We post it every single day. Tricia got a podcast editing lesson yesterday. She's now in charge of the podcast.
I'm in charge of it, so you guys, give me a second.
Be careful what you wish for. It's like when you couldn't wait to mow the lawn when you were a kid. Then it became your job.
Sandy was like, it's a quick little, let me just show you real quick. Half an hour later, 14 pages of notes later. I was like, when is it over?
But check it out. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app. What's going on Lake Austin?
All right. So hydrilla is back.
Oh,
it
it's
is
bad.
taking over Lake Austin. They said there's
This
probably
is the green stuff that grows in the lake.
It's also called duckweed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It grows rapidly, especially when it gets hot. The water gets hot, we're going to have a hot summer.
Yeah. They said that it's covering about 600 acres of the lake right now.
Yeah, it's so bad. There's places where people cannot get their boats in and out of their dock.
Because
all
the
up and down.
weeds wrap around the prop?
Yeah, it is that bad.
Wow. So what are they doing?
The aggressive approach they're taking, and they've done this before, and I feel like we had some mixed reviews on it. They're throwing some carp in. They are going to release about 2,700 grass carp into the lake. And the guy was like, if there's carp in the lake, if there's hydrilla in the lake, the carp is eating the hydrilla.
Period.
Right. So when they did this, it's very controversial because when they did it in the past, the carp ate too much. They
Ate everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And then it got kind of, when you don't have anything holding the dirt, it just became very muddy for a while.
Sure.
And then we had zebra mussels, which cleaned up the water a little bit.
God.
But they're invasive too.
And then we had donkey slugs. They made their way in.
It's just the ecosystem of the lake is tough when you start playing God, right?
Yeah.
But it is a mess. Like it would be if they didn't do something, that lake would be unusable for recreation, fishing, everything by summer.
Now they put these carp. The last time they did it, I remember they were sterile, so they weren't going to make more carps. Right? Are they doing the same thing with these?
Yep, they're not talking about if they can reproduce or not. They're just saying we're going to have about 8 carp per acre, which I guess that means they can't reproduce.
Yeah,
they know
they're sterile.
exactly how many they're putting in there. But you know who's not happy about this? All the fishermen. Because they're like, when I'm looking for a big giant bass, I'm looking for a big pile of hydrilla.
Yeah, it definitely. That's a great bass fishing lake.
Yeah, the tournament like every Tuesday night, I think.
They used to on Wednesday nights. Used to, but it's been affected. Like you don't see all the turtles, and I think that it's really affected all that. So yeah, the fishermen love it because it gives you more places to.
Do they just fly a helicopter over and then just drop all the carp in out of a net? That'd be kind of cool to watch. It's the JB and Sandy show on 98.1 KVET. JB's sister Chris is on the phone.
Now, we were talking about it earlier. We found a woman on Instagram that was barbecuing armadillo. And if anyone in Texas knows anything about that, it would be me and my sister Chris. If not her, now I don't think she would eat barbecue armadillo, but her husband or her son might have. My sister Chris is on the phone. Hey, Chris.
Hey, that's the one thing I draw the line on.
One thing. It's the one thing.
It's the one thing. Well, that and marshmallows. There's 2 things I won't eat. But
armadillos and marshmallows.
The marshmallows are disgusting. But I think Tim's eating armadillo, but there's no way.
Tim's your husband.
I've eaten.
Now, your son CJ is a professional varmint hunter. I am not making that up. Competitive?
No, he does competitive varmint hunt.
And I bet he's eating armadillo.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I know Tim has. When he was little, his dad was a scrapper kind of guy, and like he would go out and catch dinner.
Just say it, Chris. They were poor. They were.
Yeah, they were.
They were eating armadillo.
He would go out and. I'll be right back. Let me go get some dinner.
Go to the road.
Yeah.
This was in Taylor? Is this life in Taylor in the 70s?
That or when they lived in Houston or in Taylor, because they lived on Holiday Road in Taylor. And yeah, he grew up and like his dad would go fish and just go catch dinner. Or when I got married, the one thing I had to do is 9,000 ways to cook deer meat. If you want to know how to cook deer meat, I can make a cookbook.
You're the girl.
I'm telling you, the country people, hunters and fish, they're original organic people.
Right.
They were the first.
I'm seriously, I became super crunchy a couple years ago, but I was pre-crunchy.
Let me ask you this. At all your tailgating at rodeos, whether it's Austin, Taylor, Houston rodeo, you've seen somebody cook up something crazy that...
there's a lot of rattlesnake because, Taylor used to have the rattlesnake around.
Right.
Yeah.
I've eaten a lot of rattlesnake, but...
Oh, you eat it? What's it taste like?
Rattlesnakes taste like chicken.
That's what everybody says.
People just eat chicken.
It's like a light white meat, So.
Well, Chris, you get
It
busy.
wasn't bad.
Get to doing what you're doing out there in Taylor this morning, okay?
She's in Lexington.
I'm not in Taylor.
Lexington.
I'm in Lexington.
Oh, big city.
Fancy.
I'm on my 3-mile commute to work.
Austin's all-time country favorites, 98.1 KVET. Good morning. It's the JB and Sandy show. If you're just tuning in, hi, I'm Sandy. This is JB.
Hey, good morning.
Tricia's here, too.
Hi, everybody.
We are the new morning show here on KVET, although we have a little bit of Austin history. 18 years at a different station over a decade ago. It's been 10 years, dude.
I know. It freaks me out a little bit. It doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't. Kind of a little bit of sad news today. Austin lost a very popular newscaster that's been in Austin forever.
Yeah, it was a shock. He just passed away in his sleep. Dan Robertson.
Yeah.
Or overnight. He passed away last week. And he was on KI. He was on KXAN. He's been at Spectrum like the last 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's the weatherman, right?
Yeah, staple in Austin.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
Rip to the Dan.
Rip to the Dan.
Coming up next, Tricia's got the story we love. What do you have?
All right, so it's a rare trick for a national chain to become a bona fide local icon, but this one has done it, and it might be going away.
Oh, no. All right, details coming up. 98.1 KVET, your all-time country favorites. Good morning. I know. It's hard to believe, but during that Hal Ketchum song, I wrote an ode.
The man is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really doing it.
And I even snapped my quill and had to get my back up.
Oh.
Rocket quill.
I did.
Snap your quill in private, please. Don't do it in
Not
here.
the place to do that.
It was Pam, right?
Pam sent in the suggestion because earlier this morning on the show, by the way, if you didn't hear it, you can get the podcast version.
Yes, that's right. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
But Pam wrote in, because we were talking about earlier this morning about, we found a woman on Instagram that barbecues armadillo, which being a Texan my whole life, pretty much never heard of that.
Nope.
No.
Pam wrote in and said, you've got to do ode. Have Sandy do ode to barbecue armadillo.
I'm now ready to perform.
Wrote this whole thing in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
The Ode to the Barbecued Armadillo by
Sandy McElroy.
Armadillo. You are a scary, scary creature. You could be the star of a horror movie double feature.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, I always forget.
We slather you we slather you thick with savory salt lick goo until you taste like victory and a tinge of shame too.
Oh.
Aww.
Down in the dust where the mesquite trees wiggle lives an armadillo pitmaster named Diggle McDiggle. That's his name. His mama named him Diggle.
Oh.
You like that? Thank you.
His mama.
When we smoke an armadillo, we put on a show. It helps us forget because we're eating it. It's because we're po.
Oh, if you eating the armadillo.
So here's to you, little buddy, you leathery delight. I may not have eaten you had you put up a fight. You're welcome.
Poor prairie lobster.
Coming up with JB and Sandy.
All right, don't go anywhere because, Tricia and I are married. We've got a very strange marriage, and it's never been more true than the Easter basket that she gave me. She should have been struck by lightning. Stick around, find out what was in it coming up. Austin's all-time country favorites, 98.1 KVET. Yesterday, of course, was Easter, and Tricia decided to really break all the rules with my Easter basket. I should have known because normally we don't exchange an Easter basket, but this year Tricia did. She and I are married, by the way, just so you know that. We have a very unusual, different kind of marriage.
Yeah, if you haven't heard these two, how they're still together is beyond me. It's a very non-traditional marrige.
Yeah, we're not swingers or anything.
No. Not the today I married my best friend kind of people.
No. Sandy is not my best friend.
Tricia's not mine.
No.
You probably have 5 or 6 you would put ahead of him.
Yeah.
It's our love language is giving each other a hard time.
Mocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing we do before we go to bed and we sleep in separate bedrooms, we shoot each other the finger.
That's your good night.
That's our good night.
Oh, my God.
Right.
So that's the last thing either of us sees from the other one at night. So God forbid something happens in the night. That literally us shooting the finger at each other is our last mental image.
Right. So, and we normally do not exchange Easter baskets, and I should have known something was up. And JB, I'm going to text you a photograph. Don't open it just yet.
Okay.
But here's leading up to it. I was not allowed. A box came from Amazon. I was not allowed to look at the box. That was banned. And then I was out running some errands on Saturday, and I came back, and Tricia and our 16-year-old were in the kitchen. And as soon as the door opened, I got, "Don't come in here. Do not come in." I'm like, what is going on? Right? So I ignored it. I'm like, 2 hours later, I'm like, "Can I come out now? Can I come out now?" And she's like, "Yes, you can come out." Then let's fast forward to Easter Sunday, yesterday morning. And sitting on the kitchen table is an Easter basket with a kitchen towel draped over the top of it. So I can't see what's inside. So we go through the process of our daughter going through her basket, all that stuff. Tricia got a few little things. Now it's my turn to open it up, to take the towel off of the Easter basket. Now is when I want you, JB, to look at the photo that I sent you, and that is what was underneath the towel. That's what it was. On Easter Sunday, of all days, in an Easter basket, Tricia decides to make a plaster Paris mold
Cast.
You made this?
I made it.
That's your hand?
That's my
her hand. She stuck her hand into the plaster Paris with her middle finger out and let it form to her finger and then put it in my Easter basket.
And then you let it dry, and I mounted it on a nice wooden plaque. And I set it in his Easter basket with eggs full of candy all around it.
Wow.
Nothing says the Lord has risen like that, right?
Like I said, strange marriage.
And I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. It's your all-time country favorites. 98.1 KVET. Boy, how great is it that those airmen were rescued that were shot down in Iran and gotten out of there? How cool is that?
Yeah, I don't know any details because I just heard that this morning early on the radio, and I was like, wow, that's just amazing. Because the plane was shot down,
right?
And they got him. I don't know what happened.
So two ejected. One they found very shortly after he ejected. The other guy ejected at the same time, and they were telling us they were having a difficult time finding him. The truth is they knew exactly where he was the whole time because they have like a beacon that they wear. And then
you would know this, your dad flew in the Air Force. Don't they have like beacons built into a watch or something like that?
I think they do now.
Yeah.
They used to have one that was in their flight suits.
Gotcha.
I do know that. And so they was just getting to him and organizing, getting to him, and then they pulled a flim-flam on him.
Yeah, they tricked him. Well, they were with him, and they were trying to figure out where to get him for the safest and easiest extraction.
Fly in, get him, and get out.
Yeah, and he was injured. They had him climb like a 7,000-foot hill or something to get him to where he needed to go. But what they did, which is amazing, they started sending out information over the airwaves that they knew the Iranians were listening to. They're like, "We got him. He's over here." And they sent a bunch of planes in one direction when really they were going over here to pick him up in the opposite direction.
They flim-flammed him.
They tricked him.
Oh my God, that's like pretending to throw a tennis ball to your Labrador and holding on to it.
Coming up with JB and Sandy.
Oh, it's just like tricking your Labrador.
Faking the throw.
All right, coming up, if you missed it earlier this morning, our Coach Brown gave us a call. If you missed it, you got to hear it. It's coming up in just a little bit. It's the JB and Sandy show, and Tricia,
Me too.
on your all-time country favorites, 98.1 KVAT. I know. It's hard to believe, but during that Hal Ketchum song, I wrote an ode.
The man is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really doing it.
And I even snapped my quill and had to get my back up.
Oh,
Backup quill.
I did.
snap your quill in private, please. Don't do it in
Not
here.
the place to do that.
It was Pam, right?
Pam sent in the suggestion because earlier this morning on the show, by the way, if you didn't hear it, you can get the podcast version.
Yes, that's right. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
But Pam wrote in because we were talking about earlier this morning about we found a woman on Instagram that barbecues armadillo, which being a Texan my whole life, pretty much never heard of that.
Nope.
No.
Pam wrote in and said, "You've got to do ode. Have Sandy do ode to barbecue armadillo."
I'm now ready to perform.
Wrote this whole thing in 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
The Ode to the Barbecued Armadillo by
Sandy McElroy.
Armadillo. You are a scary, scary creature. You could be the star of a horror movie double feature.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
yeah, I always forget.
We slather you we slather you thick with savory salt lick goo until you taste like victory and a tinge of shame too.
Oh.
Aw.
Down in the dust where the mesquite trees wiggle lives an armadillo pitmaster named Diggle McDiggle. That's his name. His mama named him Diggle. You like that? Thank you.
His mama.
When we smoke an armadillo, we put on a show. It helps us forget because we're eating it. It's because we're po.
Oh, if you eating the armadillo.
So here's to you, little buddy, you leathery delight. I may not have eaten you had you put up a fight. You're welcome.
Poor prairie lobster.
Coming up with JB and Sandy.
All right, don't go anywhere because, Trish and I are married. We've got a very strange marriage, and it's never been more true than the Easter basket that she gave me. She should have been struck by lightning. Stick around, find out what was in it coming up. Austin's all-time country favorites, 98.1 KVAT. If y'all are just getting here, where have you been? We've been looking for you. JB was worried sick about you.
I've been pacing back and forth.
Where are they?
I got to check in if you're not going to be here because we worry.
Yeah, we took roll call earlier this morning. You weren't there. It just makes us sad. So make sure you get here a little bit earlier tomorrow or stay caught up with the show by streaming the podcast version of it. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app. Angie's coming up next at 10 o'clock, but we like to wrap things up every day by sharing with you some of the things we learned.
Yep,
because we're
first of all.
smart. We learned them.
We'll learn them.
Hey, when you're dumb like us, you learn something every day.
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
The first thing we learned, you guys, is that today's show is clearly sponsored by armadillos everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like that's all we talked about was armadillos
It
today.
did come up a lot.
It did.
JB found this Instagram clip of this woman barbecuing an armadillo.
Just coming out quick. 1, 2, pop. There it is. Look at that meat. Clean and pink. Heavy on the salt, pepper, smoke, paprika. Don't be shy. Flip, press it in. Good. Hot, great meat side down. Listen. Sizzle. Keep it moving. Don't.
Yeah, keep it moving, baby. Got to keep it moving.
Frantic process.
Yeah, we're out. I'd say real heavy on the paprika. Like all of it.
Another thing we learned, we talked to JB's sister Chris about whether or not she had ever eaten an armadillo.
She draws the line at that and marshmallows.
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 So random. But she did let us know that she knows how to cook venison like 9,000 different ways.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Her husband, they lived off the land.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
Yep. We also revealed what the big Easter basket prize I put in Sandy's Easter basket.
Oh, yeah. And that was a plaster Paris of Tricia's hand in the shape of the bird. Just
that
for
was
me.
your Easter gift.
That was my Easter gift from my beloved wife.
That's how we tell each other good night every night as we shoot each other the bird and go to sleep.
A Reese's peanut butter egg would have been fine.
Well, I had one in there too,
Yeah.
but the finger was the star of the show.
Ooh, if you could make that plaster thing and then fill it with chocolate
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
and then
Yeah.
break off the... Oh,
Yeah,
we got something.
onto something there.
Chocolate fingers.
Knowing JB, he's going to plaster something up. Never mind. What else?
Another thing we learned, the city of Austin is going to war with the hydrilla in Lake Austin. It's taken over.
Oh, thank goodness.
Very soon, they're going to be dumping about 2,700 carp into the lake to start eating away at it.
That's good. I wonder how long it takes them to make a dent.
When they did this about 5 or 6 years ago. It was pretty rapid.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Fast.
And finally, this was very fun. Our first call in from Coach Brown. He's
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Coach Brown's a podcaster.
I tried to talk sports with him. He wanted nothing to do with it. He wanted to know what kind
All
of
about
microphone.
podcasting is the weirdest thing.
Microphones and headphones, all things. Didn't want to talk sports.
Tried to talk to him about his podcast with
Yeah.
Vince Young.
Yeah. And Bob Ballou.
Bob Ballou. Just want to talk about podcasting microphones.
And we should also remember Dan Robertson today.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, passed away late last week. Unexpected.
Yeah, heart attack.
Yeah, he spent years at KI. He was at KXAN. He's been at Spectrum like the last 15 years.
Yeah. So rip to the Dan. We're going to do this again tomorrow. Angie is in next. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.